Welcome back to Poco News, your weekly source for most things Brawl Stars esports. Results, team updates, and the latest drama you won't want to miss. Make sure to come back every Wednesday to get your latest update. In this video, we will be taking a look at the future teams of EMEA, going down the list after the point results of the August monthly final. The dust has almost completely settled in EMEA, and it's not a reshuffle, it's an almost complete transformation. We're gonna go team by team, breaking down their performance, their old roster that we grew to love or hate, and the reality of what their future looks like in the coming season of 2026. First off, SK Gaming. Sitting at the top of the points, SK Gaming has long been the juggernaut of the region. For the vast majority of 2025, the squad of Yoshi, Joker, Ope, and Pedro Guijarro seemed like contenders for Worlds. They were the definition of mechanical excellence and synergy. Yoshi's consistency, Joker's drafting, and Ope's playmaking made them the team to beat, leading to 3 monthly final wins and a 3rd to 4th place at Worlds. Even with this, the Empire has fractured. The news officially arrived on December 30th. Joker has officially left SK Gaming. This is a monumental shift. Losing the player of Joker changes the entire identity of the team because he was the main drafter, likely leaving that massive responsibility to Ope. Luckily, the drama stops there. As SK said on December 31st, and I quote, "Our trio is here to stay. At OP Brawl Star, at Yoshi BS, and at Pedro Guijarro re-signed for 2 more years." End quote. But two players and a coach is not enough, so who will their third be? Rumors point to the 2023 World Champion, Noe. This has been confirmed by Noe himself on stream. Next up, Humble. The 2024 World Champions and 2025 Grand Finalists, Luki, Boss, Semantic, and Kanan, continued showing dominance in 2025, winning Brawl Cup and the last monthly final. Their synergy was built on trust and high performance. What would happen to the team? For a moment, it looked like the team was changing. Rumors circulated that Semantic, the tactical backbone of the team, was on his way out. The community was agitated. However, amidst the chaos of the offseason, stability seems to have won out. Recent confirmations say that Humble is one of the few top-tier teams and organizations that managed to weather the storm. Luki, Boss, Semantic, Kanan, and Vid are confirmed to be sticking together for 2026. In a sea of roster changes, Humble is banking on the last 2 years of results. They are a safe bet, the immovable object in a region of unstoppable forces. Moving down to Team Hertics, the Spanish powerhouse, the Hertics brand carries so much weight in EMEA, and their May 2025 roster of Ikeos, Lenon, Zar, and Sebas was built to dominate. They were aggressive, flashy, and carried the hopes of the Spanish fanbase. They had moments of brilliance, such as winning the monthly finals, where they looked like the best team in the world. What happened to the team? A total pressure cooker implosion. Sebas and Lana despise each other, and their relationship greatly soured 2 weeks before Worlds, to the point where the rest of the team was scrimming with Roop and getting coached by Sebas, or playing with Lana and getting coached by Roop. There's no other way to describe it. The Spanish super team turned into a nightmare. In early December, we saw the departures of both Lenon and Sebas. Shortly after, Zar left, which left Ikeos as the sole survivor. Roop, who had joined as an assistant coach, headed for the exit door after the poor result. The rumors for 2026 were wild, suggesting a Frankenstein roster being assembled. Names like Yoshi and Ope from SK, or even Marco and Jero floated around as potential teammates for Ikeos. Hertics has, however, locked into Marco and Subaim, 2 of the Novo players. Yet, their coach is unknown. rumors do suggest that it will be Lotus. They aren't tweaking the roster. They're burning it down and trying to build a new, calmer roster in 2026. 2026 will be a year of rebuilding trust with their fans. As for Lana, he has teamed up with Drage for the 4th time, and their third will be the former Chasmac Gaming EU, Zeta Division, and FUT player Jiro. Zar returned to NA where he couldn't find a new roster, but a new interest, and therefore retired. Now let's talk FUT Esports, the Turkish pride. The roster of Meow, Nawi 297, and Jiro was feared for their ability to just win Worlds in 2023. After a lackluster year of not winning any monthly finals, but getting quarterfinals at Worlds, there is heartbreak for the fans. The trio is no more. It has been confirmed that Meow, Noe, and Jiro will not be playing together in 2026. Meow is playing with Rama, the Iner Circle player, and Kapi, a prominent Tier B player. A fun fact about this team is that they are all Polish. Naui 297 will be moving to play in SK Gaming, while Jiro will team up with Lanan and Drage. FUT is starting from scratch. The FUT identity we knew. They are entering 2026 with a blank check and a blank roster sheet. Or are they? They already have an academy roster, which is composed by Xerox, Demaster, and Fariza. Not only that, they have already signed a new roster, which I will get into shortly. 5th on the list, Novo Esports. Novo was the pleasant surprise of 2025, a team that grinded their way up the ladder. The trio of Biso, Marco, and Subeme showed us that hard work pays off. They weren't the flashiest, but they were disciplined. They earned their spot in the top 5 through consistency, and well, at Worlds they made a good performance for the first LAN. What does the future hold for this team? Firstly, Biso departed on December 20th, where he joined a project with Rup, the NXT player, and Joko, a prominent B-tier player. As for Marco, he and Biso joined Team Hertics, which leaves Novo in a precarious position without any players. Iner Circle, the Dark Horses. Iner Circle has been a team that could upset anyone on their day, but struggled with consistency. The roster of Nob, Rama, and Mebius, and Philip made it to LCQ, where they got grouped. First off, we have Mebius. I don't know what he will do with year. The same with Philip, except I know that Philip will find a team for next year. As for the Polish player Rama, he is planning on playing with Meow and Kapi. Nob is going to play with Angel Boy from Totem and the talented 16-year-old rookie Guesty. As for the organization of Iner Circle, they already have an academy roster. Reply Totem, the Italian favorites, the Black and Green. The Black and Green had a difficult year, missing monthly finals and not getting great results, having to go through LCQ but ending their Worlds run at a sweet quarterfinals. For years, the duo of Maru and Mari have been the heart of soul of this team. In 2025, they added Angel Boy, a prodigy, hoping he was the missing piece to finally lift that Worlds trophy. Mid-season, they added Drage to help by coaching for LCQ and Worlds, after which he left. But just days ago, the organization released a video titled, "Thank you for everything, Angel Boy." Angel Boy has left the team. After just one season, the trio is broken. This departure hurts more than most because the potential was so visible. They had the synergy, they had the friendship, but they just fell short. Now, Maru and Mari are back in a familiar position, missing a third and a coach. They have done this before, but every time they have to reset, it gets harder. So, Totem, decided not to. Instead, they signed the SK star Joker, hoping to get great results as they did in 2023. Even with this, Totem are still missing a coach. Angel Boy, Guesty, and Nob have found themselves at home with Foot Esports after negotiations stalled with Nabi. Papara Supermasive. The other Turkish giants, Papara Supermasive, have had a roller coaster of year. Their roster of Filippo, Tomzi, and Enrage, after Salty's departure in July, managed to put up decent points, but they were never truly looked like they were challenging for the number 1 spot. Unlike other teams on the list, Supermassive hasn't had the explosive roster wipe news yet, but it is unknown if they will keep the team. Salty left mid-year in 2025, and the integration of Enrage has been decent. But was it enough? The Papara members say yes. They will most likely swap out Tomzi, the Czech player, with Terry, the Korean, who expects to improve in the 2026 season by playing in the most competitive region. Staff will remain the same, with Luluk as their analyst and Yink as their manager. Xperion NXT. Rookie team that punched above its weight, Xperion was a breeding ground for talent, fielding Amos, Arthur, Drup, coached by Inso and analyzed by Plantise. They were the scrappy underdogs who would occasionally take a game off the big dogs. On November 1st, practically the entire roster departed the organization after LCQ. The players have scattered to the winds. Rup went to Hertics briefly and is now teamed with Subem and Yoko. Arthur and Amos stayed together, likely moving to big talents with the Czech player Salty. Xperion NXT is effectively an empty shell right now, and it is unknown if they will sign a team next year. And finally, KDS Esports. At the bottom of our list, we have KDS. Their 2025 campaign was a struggle. The roster of Remika, Dekai, and Ciro, the Serbian players, had a difficult year, just barely missing out of LCQ. Therefore, KDS will probably not re-sign Remika and Dekai, who plan on playing together next year. It is unknown who their third will be. As for Thito, it's unknown what he will do next year. Now, on to the summary of the results of Rostermania 2026. If you reach until here in the video, like and subscribe if you enjoy. SK Gaming. The 2025 regional points leader faces a monumental shift after losing their strategic cornerstone Joker. The remaining core of OPE, Yoshi, and Pedro Guijarro has re-signed for 2 years, with rumors strongly suggesting the 2023 world champion Naui will be joining them as their third next year. Humble stands as a pillar of stability in the chaotic offseason. The 2024 world champions and 2025 finalists have confirmed their entire dominant roster. Luki, Boss, Semantic, Kanan, and Vid, their analyst, will stay together in 2026, banking on their proven strategy. Team Hertics has completely imploded following intense internal conflict, leaving iChaos as the sole survivor. They are undergoing a total rebuild with a new, calmer roster built around 2 former Novo players, Marco and Sabim, aiming to restore trust in their fanbase. Foot Esports has lost the 2023 World Champions, after which they disbanded. Now he's moving to SK Gaming, Jero has teamed up with Lenon and Drage, and Meow is forming a new all-Polish roster, leaving the organization's competitive identity completely reset, which they decided to fill with Angel Boy's new roster of Guesty, him, and Nob. Novo Esports, 2025's pleasant surprise, has lost its entire starting lineup. Piso departed for a new project with Yoko and Rup, while Marco and Subem left for Team Heretics, leaving the organization in a precarious position without any players. Iner Circle is also seeing significant changes. Rama joined Meow's new Polish roster, while Nob is forming a team with Angel Boy and rookie Guesty. The futures of Mebius and Philip remain unclear for the 2026 season. They have an academy. Iner Circle has an academy roster. Reply Totem has been shaken by the departure of prodigy Angel Boy after just one season. In a major move, the Italian organization has signed former SK star Joker to play alongside longtime duo Maru and Mori, though they still lack a coach. Papara Supermasive is losing the team, who are expected to replace Tom Z with Korean player Terry, while keeping Enraged and Filippo in hopes of becoming more competitive. Xperion NXT has completely emptied its rookie roster scattered following the 2025 season. Rupp has already been mentioned. Arthur and Amos moved to Big Berlin International Gaming with Salty, and it is unknown if the organization will sign a new squad for 2026. KDS Esports, which struggled in 2025, has unknown plans. Serbian duo of Remika and Dekai stay together for the coming season. Their third player is currently unknown, and Zero's future plans are also unconfirmed. So, this is the result of Rostermania 2026. Let me know your predictions of the team placements in the comments below. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching Poco News, and I'll see you next Wednesday for another update.